beginners and Wuthering Waves players, or well, yeah, well, this guy is made for beginners. But you know, if you're here and you play this game for a while, you know, well, welcome to. But with 2.0 coming out and all these new updates, all these new locations, all these new players, you know, sometimes you feel like, man, what the hell do I do in this game? What are some things that I need to look into? How do I get started? You know, you just open up the game, you just went through the first couple tutorial quests, you're opened up with all these events, you're opened up with all these pools, all these things that they're giving to starters, all these brand new banners, and you're just lost. And I'm just here to give you guys some tips and tricks. This could be mostly for beginners, but also this could definitely help a lot of people that have been playing the game. You know, I just came back around like 2.0 as well for myself, so honestly, I was kind of the same boat as you guys. I already had a good idea of how to play this game, but you know, for the ones that literally just started, you know, perfect time to start. Honestly, here are some tips and tricks to get started to this game. Let's begin off with the basics though. So I want to dive into the union level. Just like any of your typical gacha games, there's just a level with lace level up. The more quests you do, the more you level up. And you're probably wondering like, okay, leveling up is cool and all, but like, you know, like what do I benefit from leveling up? You know, if I do the story quest and stuff like that, what do I do with this level up? So unfortunately, unlike most games, like, you know, every time you level up, let's say like you guys play Zenless Zone Zero or something like that, every single like internet level, and every single level you do get a reward. But that it works differently within ways. You guys go to the store, and you guys go to bundles, and you guys go to level bundles. There's going to be bundles for every single, like, I think it was like every 10 levels or something like that, you're going to get, you will get some, a supply pack. And it's not going to be on my screen, obviously, but for the ones that just started the game, and you guys go into your events, or something like that, I think it'll be your events, I'm not 100% sure, but there will be some sections here that show you guys as more union levels you get, the more cool rewards that you get. I think you guys can check that right now. I think you can get a free 5-star weapon. You guys look at the events too. I think you can get Sanwa for free still. I remember I got Sanwa for free. There's just things that you should do to progress your union level so you can get all these materials, all these free things. And as you progress your union level, you know, it upgrades your world level, which means that you can farm better materials for your characters. So we're gonna dive into that actually, talking about the data bank. You guys look at your data bank. It goes up to level 25 right now. You know, every single time you get a data bank level up, you get materials. We're going to dive into the data bank right now, but I suggest doing all your quests, all the main story quests, all the area quests and stuff like that to progress your story. Because there's your level. Because there's sometimes in the story that cap, so you have to do these area quests, all these side quests to gain union level to continue to do those stories. So I would tap M for the map. I go on the top left. This is very helpful. Top left, and it tells you all the things that you need to do. Area quests, you know, you can go to Central Plains, you know, this area quests and stuff like that. Do your side quests, do what you gotta do, you know, search up on YouTube tutorials like, okay, what quest should I do, what do I need to do to further progress? But I recommend just stick to union level, upgrade your union level, and we're gonna dive into the data bank right now, as that is also a very important tip to help you progress in this game and make your characters better. Alright guys, okay, that's insane. Alright, so basically, let me take care of this guy real quick. Alright, so I want to dive into the data bank. So as you guys level up, you know, as you level your union level, your world level would also increase, basically making your enemies stronger, but also giving you a chance to upgrade your characters to new levels. So basically, you're gonna want to kill as many echoes as you can. Another tip, I'm gonna be doing 2 tips here, pretty much. Explore, guys. Please explore. You know, the first location, Honglong, so many places. You know, I would probably like focus on the main story first and stuff like that. Do your side quests and stuff like that. And like as you're free, you know, get all the beacons. Again, I'm telling y'all, like you guys do here and go here. You can tap all these. It tells you what you're missing. I'm missing beacons still, wow. But like anyways, so basically you just get all the beacons, get all the renaissance nexuses, and just adventure, man. Like level up as your union levels get higher. You upgrade your data bank, and I really recommend getting your data bank. Because if you guys don't know, you guys can like you guys just kill these echoes real quick.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up.
Hopefully they drop an echo. That was embarrassing. Drops. Alright, so see echo right here. So pretty much to say you absorb the echo, and boom, it will go to your level right here. See right here, So of course, as you guys start the game, you're probably gonna get a lot of green and blue echoes, and you're probably like, okay, I mean, echoes are echoes, right? So basically, after you get some echoes, after you pick up echoes, it will level your data bank. So you see, it goes to level 25 right now, but like, you know, you start all the way down here, and then as you progress through your data bank, you guys can see here, I'll show you guys right down here, base drop rate about 10%, and then hands drop rates around 20%. And you get mostly, you know, 2-star echoes, the green ones I was talking about. You know, as you level up, not only do you get a bunch of asteroids and rewards, I see stamina increase as well. Stamina increase, you know, just like Genshin Impact, you know, you also just get a lot more. You can run faster and stuff like that. There's more stamina. It's very helpful as well for exploration. You know, look, 30% 3-star, 70% 2-star, and you know, higher drop rates as well. So you go up as you progress. You know, eventually it'll get to a point where, you know, you just get a bunch of legendary echoes, like almost guarantee every time. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's very important. Something that I do want to tell you guys though, very important, super important tip about echoes. I don't know if it's really that crazy anymore, but it would probably be good for like starters. The data merge. A lot of people don't really understand the data merge. So data merging is basically combining 5 echoes, like I'll demonstrate here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and don't really care. You put 5 together and you get 1 echo. This is actually really solid echo. But anyways, yeah. And sometimes you'll get some bonuses, like I'll show you guys. I'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10. I don't really use any of these anyway, so boom. And sometimes you get an extra. Perfect demonstration there. And let's see these actually. Anyways though, I would recommend trying to keep as many of your green and blue echoes as possible. Keep them, don't use them. Don't use your green and blue echoes for more green and blue echoes. It's not worth it. As you progress through the story, you're gonna want to save those so that when the time comes, you'll be able to data merge those green and blue echoes into legendary echoes. So I recommend keeping those, but I recommend exploring, killing as many echoes as you can to upgrade your data bank, get that stamina, get those rewards, and just like level it up to the point where you can just start getting golden echoes consistently, as that will also just really be better for your characters. So on to the next tip. Alright guys, so just diving out from the back in from the data bank, stuff like that. Eventually, you know, as I say, just progress this story, focus on upgrading your union level, focus on upgrading the data bank. You know, you don't have to worry about echoes for a while, but eventually, as you progress through the game, as you get more characters, we'll dive into what characters you should pull. But like with the characters you should have now, with the materials that you just gained, there are going to be some ways you have to start building your characters. You can't just put random echoes on characters to perform at their highest. You need to get their right echo sets. There, you guys really want to, I can make some videos on how to build specific characters. I can make videos on how to build Zani, Phoebe, or anything like that. But soon, you say you tap on your echo set. Let's go with a more of a simple character. I feel like a lot of you guys have. Let's just go. Let's just pick. Honestly, we can stick with Quartet here. But a lot of characters use a 4-3-3-1 set like this. Let's go to see opponent 4-3-3-1. So a 4-3-3-1, right? And arrow damage bonus, stuff like that. So something I do want to dive into is that you can go to the suggest section. You see like things that go to the forecast. You know, these are like the most recommended. You can go to filter, and these are also really recommended sets for your characters. So that is what you're going to want to focus on as you unlock those golden echoes, as you upgrade your union level, as you progress through the game, and soon you're gonna have to want to build your characters. When you have like purple echoes and stuff like that, don't really gotta worry. But when you start getting those golden echoes consistently, and you focus on a team that you really want, you're gonna want to start grinding these echoes and building your characters. Very important stuff. Again, going to suggest, looking for the buffs, going to filter for the best set. I'm now going to dive into another tip that's pretty much related to this. So let's dive into it. I know a lot of you beginners have these, not really anniversary banners, but these banners. Of course, I don't have these banners, but again, I'm going to mention that like there's these banners where you can like pull any character that you want. And so before I dive into talking about how to, actually start building your characters after you level your data bank, get gold echoes, upgrade your union level, upgrading your characters, getting all these materials before you actually hard build your team. What are some characters that I should pull when I start this game? So I'm just gonna go straight to the point for you guys. My number one character to pull is going to be Shorekeeper. She is my number one option. I feel like she's the only must pull in this game. But like to say, oh man, you know, I'm still trying to pull for, you know, again, you want to pull for character you like, do that. But say, okay, I'm not really ready to get Shorekeeper right now. With all those choices before you, hopefully you guys didn't do this pulls already. Hopefully you guys are watching this before you even start. But like, I recommend getting Verena, really elite healer, and really good damage booster as she does scale off of, I think it was attack to give that damage boost. So I highly recommend that. And honestly, if you don't really have Verena, I know Baizhi is also a really good support as well for healing and stuff like that, but as of right now, I highly recommend getting Shorekeeper. I feel like she's the only must pull, and then you can honestly just pull any other character you want, any sub DPS, any DPS, just have Shorekeeper in your team, as she boosts crit rate and crit damage, and it heals very well over time as well. You guys can probably go deep dive into like a Shorekeeper tips and trick video, you know, a Shorekeeper information video, but I highly recommend pulling Shorekeeper, as a lot of you guys that started the game still have her banner. And I also highly recommend using Verena as probably one of your first 5 stars as well, if you can. And that's my must pull characters for that. Let's dive into like, what should I do when I start building characters? How should I build characters? How should I build characters? How should I construct teams to further progress through the game, even if I just started? So let's deep dive into that. This is going to be my part about building teams. So again, Shorekeeper is going to be a number one option. Even you just started this game, you say you just pull Shorekeeper, you have Shorekeeper early, say you have Arena or something, and you know, you're probably still using Spectral Rover or something like that, you never know, maybe you have Polcharo, but I highly recommend for you beginners that you should have a main DPS unit and have a sub DPS unit / support unit, and then your third slot will be your support / healer unit, and then basically that's a good team. And I want you guys to invest in that one team for like throughout the majority of the story until you to upgrade your union level, to upgrade your data bank and stuff like that. Just focus on that team. I know a lot of you guys have that banner right now. I highly recommend looking and diving into what characters are best for you, what characters that you want to pull the most to build with Shorekeeper. Just look into some other videos for that. You guys want some videos about that, I'll create some videos about, oh man, what are some good teams, you know, and stuff like that. But I'm not going to dive into that because that's going to be something I feel like you guys should choose. There are characters in this game for a reason. I'm not going to tell you guys what to pull. All I'm going to say is get Shorekeeper, get Arena, you know, build Baizhi or something, get a support / healer, and then the rest of the team you can build by yourself. But choose 2 characters that you want, the DPS and then the sub DPS / support, and then with your Shorekeeper Arena, and then build that singular team. You don't have to focus on building multiple teams. Just build your favorite team. You guys are confused about building a team, I'll dive into that again probably in the next tip, as it is very important that you build your characters well. I know you begin the game, you have a lot of blue echoes and stuff like that. You probably don't have to worry about it too much, but basically what I'm saying is invest in one team. You don't have to build multiple teams as of right now, as you want to save your materials for the late game when you actually want to start building characters that you want to build, to actually start doing events, tower adversity, all that type of stuff, and honestly to progress through the story easier as well, as the story does get pretty long and you definitely want to upgrade some characters to do, you know, exploration and stuff like that. So let's dive into how to build these teams and like what you should look into when you're building. So right now with my Chain Lee, it's probably one of the first DPS / sub DPS that I used in this game. And basically before I started this game, there wasn't these features that were in here to help me, but I want to show you all a very super crazy important feature that's just so helpful. So you go tap on the echo and you're like, okay, how do I build a team? Let's say you progress through the story, you unlock like max union bank, union level, you got all these gold echoes now, you can start getting gold echoes consistently. Let's say, okay, I can finally, you know, start upgrading my characters with these golden echoes. Honestly, even purple echoes, doesn't really matter. If you want to build your characters, do what you want. I highly recommend waiting until you get the gold ones. But like, again, it doesn't really matter, as I was talking about earlier. But basically, you guys can go to your forecast. Usually, before we dive into this, I'm going to go into a deep dive about the majority of builds of characters, the basics. So basically, most characters, only one character in this game runs a 4-4-1-1-1. You guys see you only have 12 costs. There's only 12 echo costs. Usually the 4 cost is going to be the bosses. It's going to be the main, like Dreamless. It's going to be the Big Turtle. It's going to be Crownless. And then your 3 cost echoes are going to be like the bigger wild animals that you see on the middle of the while you explore and stuff like that. And the 1 cost echoes are just going to be the little guys. It'll be like your turtles, your dogs, these little havoc prisms, these prisms in general. That's pretty much how you're going to do it. Like 99% of characters is going to run a 4, 3, 3, 1, 1. Every character scales differently, of course, so you're going to want to go to your cost, and then you're going to want to tap suggest. Okay. And most characters will run off the elemental damage bonus, and of course, if you don't have the damage bonus, it does get really hard to get these echoes. You're going to have to grind a freaking ton. But basically, you can stick to the attack as well and stuff like that. You can also tap the filter to get your character's best type of echo. For Changli, it's obviously Molten Rip as it gets fusion damage bonus. Let's go to like Shorekeeper, for example. Shorekeeper is gonna want to be Rejuvenating Glow for healing. Suggest let's go to 4 cost healing bonus. I have healing bonus. 3 cost energy regen. I have energy regen. 1 cost to be HP. I have HP. That's how you build your characters. Super easy stuff. You can also go online. You can go to get game AO and stuff like that. So you search up how to build characters. I highly recommend doing that. It will get the best out of your characters for sure. I wouldn't focus on this until I start getting golden echoes. That's why I really highly recommend you guys upgrade the union level, upgrade the database so you guys can start getting these more consistently. Again, please just look into building your characters. Of course, you don't have to build them like right away. I wouldn't focus actually building characters until I upgrade my union level in databank. But as you get to that part, I'm gonna want to search up how to build my characters so I can get the best out of my character. So invest in a team, invest in those characters in that team. We're gonna wrap. Okay, so yeah, okay, my bad, I messed up there. But this is probably me gonna wrap up the video. I'm gonna give you all a quick little summary of the things I'm talking about. So basically, just upgrade your union level, make sure that you progress through the story, do your side quests and stuff like that, and then as you progress through the game, explore, upgrade your database so you can get these golden echoes to level up your characters. And there are some characters I recommend pulling and stuff like that. There is a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about how to, what characters you should pull and what characters you should invest in. I really highly recommend looking to that. But again, this is just a gacha game, and I really recommend that you guys don't listen to everybody about characters and stuff like that. Some characters are going to be better than other characters, but at the end of the day, I highly recommend you guys pull the characters that you like. Try them out, see what characters fit your type of playstyle, see what teams fit your playstyle, and invest in those teams. Play the game how you want to play. Of course, I really highly recommend you pull Shorekeeper, as she's, my opinion, the only must-pull characters in this game. But again, because she works with so many teams, and I feel like she just makes your favorite characters so much better. So there's really no reason not to get her. So basically, I would just get her, Shorekeeper, I'm saying, and then just build your favorite teams. And like as you progress through the game, you're gonna be able to pull more characters, you're gonna be able to build more teams. But again, this is gonna be a tips and trick for beginner players. So go through all these tips again. You guys are confused. There's a lot of other videos on YouTube as well, but these are just these are just my quick, straight to the point tips on how to progress through this game very well. You guys are lost, just like adventure, just play the main quest, and you guys are still, your characters aren't strong. I would immediately start exploring. I would immediately start doing side quests for materials. I would just start doing things on my own. Just explore the world of this game. This game is huge. There's so much to do. So I highly recommend just playing the dang game. There's nothing wrong with just being lost. It's always fine to search it up. It's always fine to have some struggles. But there's going to be some tips and tricks for you guys to get better. Again, just pull your favorite characters, invest in one team, and play the game, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this quick little video of my 7, 8, 9, whatever tips it was. And you guys want some more videos of some teams that you guys are looking into, and maybe even some alternative teams, just let me know. I got some more videos coming for sure. Peace out, guys.